Good afternoon, Nor'easters. My name is Jack McDonald throughout the afternoon. But without further ado, as we all know, we're only as good as our coaches and our bosses. I'd like to introduce to you someone you already know, but our president, Danielle Rippich. Danielle?
Today, and just saying a couple of words about how important our athletics program is, I believe, to the university and to each of you. We're going to give some excellence awards today. I think that, and this sounds like everybody gets a trophy day, but it's really not about that. I do think that everybody here, what you have in your athletics program is a commitment to excellence. And you try for steady improvement, to always do better. It's a life lesson that will be invaluable to you as you go forward. One thing that we know about improvement, particularly in motor skills, they did a study at MIT, it always comforted me, and that lesson is that we get better in steps. So you'll do better, then you'll fall back a little bit. Then you gain again, then you fall back. So it's not a steady progression always. And I think in athletics you learn that too. You'll have a great game, then everybody comes together, it's not so good. You'll have a great race, you fall back, and the next race you don't do as well. But over time, that long-standing, the discipline of committing yourself to always doing better is just an amazing life lesson. And each of you are doing that here for the university. So I'm so proud. I could not be prouder of all of you. I know we're going to have a wonderful day here recognizing efforts, what you do to carry the name of UNE out into the community, into the region, and even nationally. I could not be more proud of our program, our coaches, and all of you. So thank you for what you do for UNE, all of you. Thanks.
For the first time at our Athletic Awards, we would like to honor a group of people who really, without them, the athletic department, the university, on all the campuses just wouldn't be what they are. And our ability to recruit good student athletes, our ability to recruit good staff, and to keep our students here for their entire span. So for the first time, the athletics department is going to have a behind-the-scenes award, and this year's winner is our Department of Facilities. Grateful for the contributions of this department, not only to the athletics and intramurals and club sports, but to all UNE students, faculty, and staff on all three of our beautiful campuses. Whether it be snow, rain, ice, heating, cooling, and many of our other daily concerns, facilities, they do it for us, they do it with a smile, and also by saying, is there anything else we can do for you? I would like to ask all those from facilities that are here today to please come forward over to my right, so we can present you with our first ever Department of Athletics Behind the Scenes Award. Come on down, everybody. At this time, we're very honored. For those of you that may or may not know, UNE-Athletics for the first time was broadcast on two of our sports. Men's ice hockey, women's basketball were broadcast on NBC through the streaming of the NBC network and WCSH. And the play-by-play man was our local sports editor from WCHH, Lee Goldberg, who is here with us today, who will be acting as our master of ceremonies. Let's welcome Lee on being a great sportscaster and also for his fifth child he had a couple days before one of the UNE streams. Lee Goldberg.
I don't want to correct somebody who's in a position of authority, but it was my sixth child. And to be fair, my wife had the baby, not me. It's way easier when your wife does it, just sharing that. Thank you guys so much for having me. This is great. I make my living off of covering local sports. I'm from here. I went to Deering High School. Don't stand up. It's okay. But thank you. Sports in Maine has been my life literally ever since I was born. So to have an event like this and be a part of it and just looking through the stuff that I wasn't already aware of about the year that you guys have had athletically, it's unbelievable. This university is going that way. And in every athletic department, in every program you guys have, it's, win, tournament, this, that. It's really, it's a pretty amazing thing. It's pretty special. So I don't know if you guys understand that while you're a part of it, but from someone on the outside looking in who has to figure out what games we're going to cover, what we're not going to cover, it seems it always comes down to, yeah, we're going to get to UNE. This is a big game. So you all deserve a round of applause just for that. Also, just for my social media profile, and put a picture up on Twitter. Y'all can just scooch to, Okay, good. At WCSH Sports Guy, in case you're wondering. Then you can find yourself. All right, let's get going here. So we're going to recognize all the programs here. We'll start with men's cross country, and led by Ron Willett, the Nor'easters won a pair of meets, including the UNE Invitational. They also placed third out of 9 at the Conference Invitational. So we'd like Coach Willett to come on up and present this year's Coaches Award.
Good afternoon. The men's cross country program over the last several years has been very successful because of individuals like this year's recipient. Because of his genuine and honest personality, he has become a great leader and highly respected by both the men's and the women's team. We all have a concept what the Coaches Award represents. This young man epitomizes all of them, and when I need something done, that's who I call upon. The 2015-16 Men's Cross Country Coach of the Coaches Award, Paul Manifico.
Consecutive conference championship, guided by Coach of the Year, Mr. Ron Willett. The squad also finished second out of 46 teams at the ECAC Division III New England Championships. Coach Willett and Jerry Mullen will now present the Team Coaches Award winner.
Hello, everyone. Some of the things I was going to say have just been mentioned. The UNE women's cross country team did indeed have a very successful season this year, including, as was just mentioned, the 4th straight Commonwealth Coast Conference Championship and second year in a row as the second place team in the ECAC Championship meet and 14th out of 56 teams at the NCAA Division III New England Championship meet. And I will add that the New England region is probably the top region in the country. The team won 5 of the 8 meets we ran in, and if we converted those meet results into a one-loss record, the team would have compiled a record of 168 wins against 17 losses. So, although some may think that running and cross country are individual sports, that's not really the case at all. In fact, the team's success is built not only on the performances of the team's outstanding runners, and we have several, but also the contributions of many, many other members of the team. This year's Coaches Award recognizes an individual who, while not necessarily the fastest on the team, was an outstanding leader and an overall contributor to the team's success. I'm pleased to present this year's Coaches Award to Taxia Arbatsis. If you would come forward. Taxia has been a member of the team for 3 years, having arrived at UNE as a transfer student after attending university in Boston. Although she graduated in just 2 years after just 2 years at UNE in 2015, she decided to pursue a master's degree currently, which means she could run for us for a 3rd year. Yes. Some of Taxia's contributions to the team have been obvious, some less apparent, but no less important. She's been one of the most consistent runners on the team and could always be counted on to have a solid performance in meets. This cannot be underestimated. As an example, I want to point out her performance in the 2015 CCC Championship meet. Due to injury, we were missing one of our top 5 runners. Taxia rose to the occasion, and if not for her performance coming in 5th for the team that day, I'm not sure we would have won that championship, despite the outstanding performance by our top 4. As I said, cross country is definitely a team sport. This year, Taxia was one of our co-captains, and her performance in this role was just outstanding. Although she's pretty quiet, she displayed effective leadership on a very large team, which was very helpful, and helped organize many team events, leading by example in her quiet but effective way. We never needed to worry about things getting done, because we knew we could rely on our co-captains. It's been great to see Taxia mature in her 3 years with us. She's reliable, demonstrates outstanding concern for others, all of the members of the team, and is the personification of good sportsmanship. As such, she's been a representative of the university of whom we can all be proud. So, Taxia, thanks for all of your contributions to UNE.
All right, now on to the first team of the day Coach Ouellette is not in charge of. You don't coach this team too, do you? We're going to field hockey. I don't know if they're clapping for the team or because you're not in charge, one either. Could go either way. We'd like to honor this field hockey team, 2nd consecutive year Conference Coach of the Year, Danielle Collins, has led the Nor'easters to a conference championship and the 2nd round of the NCAA championships. That in and of itself deserves a round of applause. UNE hosted its 2nd straight NCAA championship 1st round game, and Coach Collins is here now for the Coaches Award winner.
This year's UNE Field Hockey Team's Coaches Award goes to a player that started every game but didn't necessarily have the stats that, gets her into the news or anything like that. But, she's that feisty little defensive forward that we have. Unfortunately, Hannah Buckley is not here today. She is studying abroad. But this year's winner is Hannah Buckley.
On to the golf team. Under the direction of head coach Casey Keenan, the Nor'easters had 5 top 3 finishers and had an impressive 4th place finish at the Maine Intercollegiate Championship. Coach Keenan's going to come up now and give us our Coaches Award.
Excuse my height again. This year's Men's Golf Coaches Award goes to 2-year captain and senior Paul Bukovich. Third all-time career scoring average. This past season as a senior, he leads finishing as a 2nd all-time single-season scoring record with 75.65, narrowly missing 1st all-time. This year he had 5 rounds of 75 or better, 8 top 10 finishes, and 1 medalist, first place individually at the UNE Farmington Invitational. He was UNE Athlete of the Month twice, Commonwealth Coast Conference Golfer of the Week 3 times. Paul has been a monumental part in continuing the progress of our golf program. His leadership and maturity will be sorely missed within the program. I personally would like to thank Paul for setting the perfect examples for the underclassmen in the program on how to conduct yourself on and off the golf course. He has always represented UNE golf in a positive way. I thank you for your dedication to me and your teammates. Paul Buckley.
And the University of Southern Maine. Coach Ostergaard will now come up and present the Coaches Award winner.
Four and 15 season. After 2014 season, which was one of the better ones in men's soccer, team's history, we're all excited to start 15. Unfortunately, things didn't work out the way we thought. We started losing. We're losing bad. When a team goes through a season like that, it's easy to start pointing fingers, blaming each other, and making up excuses. It's also very humbling. But it's also a time where you learn a lot about yourself, your teammates, and your coach. It's easy to be a good leader when things are going well and according to plan, but when things start going sideways, great leader steps up. I was fortunate to have a great senior class that are all great leaders in their own way, and they never lost belief. They worked hard every day. Sure, we were all frustrated, but we never gave up. So, big thanks to my senior class for hanging in there, rolling up their sleeves and working through it. In a group like that, there's always one that does a little bit more. And in this case, it's our captain, co-captain, Finn Docker. Finn is a great soccer player and has been a tremendous help, both off and off the field, on and off the field. Finn.
Today's Women's Soccer Coaches Award goes to Kayla Hamill. Kayla came to Lewiston as a rough, tough player with a lot of passion. She'd run through a brick wall. Pretty much from the first day, she showed that kind of dedication. And to see her now as one of our captains, graduating and going on to the BC College of Social Work to study her MSW, I couldn't be more proud.
Next up is the volleyball team. Coach Carol LaRue's squad had 6 wins and was seeded 6th for the conference tournament with 3 conference wins during the regular season. Coach LaRue will now come up and hand out her team's award.
When I select the Coaches Award, I think I look at three main categories. Obviously, someone who makes a very positive influence on the team, gets it done not only on the playing court, but in the classroom, and also gives back to her community. This year's Coaches Award goes to Grayson Subpalniak. Unfortunately, she is not here. She could be flying in any minute on 2 wheels. She coaches the Maine Olympic Volleyball program, the 14-year-olds, and she actually had a tournament in New Hampshire, and she told me she was 5 minutes away. So a few things about Grayson, and I'll make it short. Athletically, she's been a 3-year starter member. She's played in every single match, and she's been here for 3 years. Her first year, she was Rookie of the Year, Most Improved Player last year, and All-Conference second team. She led the team, she seconded the team kills and match totals of 204 and blocks for 55. Those of you who are not familiar with volleyball stats, if you add 204 and 55, I did my math right, that's 259, which is 259 solo points. That's scoring quite a bit. She served as co-captain, and she's been very instrumental with me and with our strength and conditioning coach in keeping our program together. Community service is huge. I'm only going to name a few. She's a vice president of University Math Club, member of the Scuba Club, member of the National Honor Society. She's been a 2-year member of SAT, involved in all community services, Special Olympics, Relay for Life, goes to visits nursing homes, and just to mention a few. She still serves at the Preble Soup Kitchen. She goes there by herself every couple of weeks. Dean's List student, 5 semesters, member of the All-Conference academic team. She's a member of Chi Alpha Sigma National Honor Society. She's very involved with shark research, which seems to be her passion, and we'll see her spending a lot of time. I recruited her out of Lakeland, Ohio. She majors in marine biology with a minor in mathematics and climate change. With all that, meeting the 3 criteria, one thing I can say about Grayson is that she has been my go-to person this year in getting things accomplished. Tough season when you're losing, as soccer coach just mentioned, but we have to have a go-to person to keep the team together, and the team did a fantastic job in trying to keep the frustrations aside and trying to make ends meet. But she's a person that truly respects all faculty and staff, and in turn has gained their respect. She's a person that always puts team first, never I. So, Coaches Award, Grayson Subpalniak.
All right, on to men's basketball now. Coached by Ed Silva, the Racers have their highest win total since the 2009-2010 season, 14 wins. For the second year in a row, they pulled off an impressive upset in the opening round of their conference tournament, where they defeated second-seeded Wentworth on the road. Coach Silva, come on up for your team.
So we have this year we came up with a values acronym, PACT, P-A-C-T, stands for Passion, Accountability, Commitment, and Trust. And the idea is that our guys are going to use that to kind of guide them in everything that they do on the court, off the court, in the community, in the classroom, and whatnot. And this young man definitely embraces the passion. He's always accountable, definitely committed, and he's a guy that his teammates and the coaching staff could definitely trust. So the 2015-16 Coaches Award for men's basketball is Gavin Dibble.
The women's basketball program led by Anthony Nor'easters solidified their position as one of the premier programs in all New England when they won their 4th straight conference championship with a record of 25 wins and 4 losses. For the first time ever, UNE hosted the NCAA Women's Basketball Championship. The Nor'easters hosted Tufts, Moravian, and Regis for the first and second rounds. Coach Ewing will present his team's award.
A little DHS love right there. In the women's basketball program, we give out the Heather White Award, which is an award given to the person who embodies everything, all the attributes you want your program to be about in every way. And quite honestly, I have a lot of kids that do that. It's one of the reasons I think we're successful. It's hard to pick this award. I'm sorry. This award every year. This year's Heather White Award winner is Lauren Hayden.
Coach Ewing and I went to summer camp together a long time ago, so if anybody needs blackmail photos of him, let me know. Just kidding. I'm not really. I have pictures. Men's ice hockey. What a season it was for those guys, coached by Kevin Swallow in his first year here at UNE. Well done, Coach, for all that. School record for wins, 14 wins, first ever playoff win, a new attendance mark here at Alfond when 1,300 fans came and watched them beat USM 9-2. A worldwide audience, as that was one of the games that we did broadcast live, so they like the cameras. Coach Swallow, come on up and present your team.
For the Men's Ice Hockey Coaches Award, I asked the team to vote for the individual that best represents our program, both on and off the ice. This individual definitely exemplifies everything that we're about as a program. On the ice, in the classroom, and in the community, he strives for excellence. Men's Ice Hockey Coaches Award goes to Tom Gildersleeve.
The women's hockey team, like the men, set a school record for wins, 15 wins this year, including winning 8 of their final 11 regular season games. The Nor'easters beat Salve Regina in the opening round of the New England Hockey Conference Championship for the program's first postseason win. Head coach Dave Venditti is not here today. Now, before I tell you where he is a friend of mine. He says he's with USA Hockey. He's at the gym, fixing his hair. Not really, but please tell him I said that. His assistant coach, Paul Visich, is here to present the team's award.
For the women's hockey team, it's called the UNE-Way Award. This award is about the culture of our program. It stands for the player who grows into a selfless, hardworking person that both athletically and academically succeeds. This individual has left a footprint of inspiration on his team, knowing the goal is always to keep moving forward, not focusing on winning or losing, but improving. This award goes to a player that has been here since the inception of the women's hockey team, and has been a pleasure to watch this person mature from an individual to a strong team player and become an outstanding student athlete. Athletically, in 4 years this individual's here, she gathered 46 points and averaged 4th overall in points. Academically, which I'm very excited to say, she has a grade point average of 3.5, and she recently successfully completed her licensure for her National Athletic Training Association certification. Though this individual will be leading the team, her face will not, because it's enshrined in 20 feet of poster in the hockey rink. This year's award goes to Marissa Clifford Williams.
swimming team coached by Rick Hayes. Rick's first season here at UNE, the Nor'easters had a 6-2 mark in dual meets, placed 7th out of 21 teams at the New England Swimming and Diving Championships, and 4 swimmers went on to qualify for the ECAC Championship, which was held at the U.S. Naval Academy. Coach Hayes, come on up.
Good afternoon. This is my first season back at UNE. I was here 10 years ago as an assistant coach of the women's swim program. This program has been in a little bit of a transition over the last few seasons. It's been through 3 coaches in the last 3 years after enjoying 10 years under 1 head coach. The recipient of this year's Coaches Award was in touch with me last summer after I had been named head coach of the program, and we had talked about sort of the traditions of the past and how we were going to incorporate my vision and my approach this season and going forward. It was very important to me that the connection to the past was there and strong, as this program has always been very competitive, but it also, we work hard in the pool, out of the pool, in the classroom. We're a family, and we go through everything together. This person is a peer leader in and out of the pool. It was a little bit of a rough go here last season, and the beginning of this season, she was injured and not able to be in the pool, and had a goal to compete at our senior meeting. And she did more than that. She was actually cleared in January and was able to participate in 4 dual meets, qualify for our New England Championships, and actually swim there as well. The Coaches Award, to me, it needs to be somebody that can represent the team both internally and externally to other teams and coaching staffs and administration. And this year's recipient does all of that. When the coaches got together to discuss this, it was unanimous that this year's recipient is Suzanne Crum.
Let's go on to men's lacrosse. What a day yesterday. Under the leadership of Charlie Birch, the men's lacrosse team is in the middle of one of its most successful seasons in the history of its program, with an 11-7 record going into this Wednesday's semifinal at Western New England. Yesterday, the Nor'easters rallied for a thrilling 14-13 last-second win over Salve Regina in the quarterfinals. If you haven't seen the video, I think Jackie posted it yesterday. Check it out. It's a pretty cool final goal. Coach Birch, come on up.
Thank you. I think every coach has a little bit of a different idea about what goes into their criteria for selecting their Coach of the Award. Leadership is certainly a prominent one in my criteria, among many other things. This guy has been a leader since the day he came here. I recruited him as the assistant, last year was the assistant coach here. And everywhere I went, the coaches that he played for and coaches that were also recruiting him, the word leadership kept coming to the forefront. He's been a 3-year RA here at the University of New England. He's been a great leader on our team, getting elected as a co-captain this year. Our award winner is John Deuce.
Also not done yet, the women's lacrosse team, coached by Sue Estabrook. Semifinals also on Wednesday when they travel to rival Endicott. The Nor'easters are 11-6, 1 win shy of matching the highest single season win total for the program. Coach Estabrook, come on up.
This year's award winner goes to Warren Huck, joking. Well, I took her seriously, put her on the field, and she's done an amazing job, and she's done it all with a smile on her face, a fist pump, and a heck yeah. So, Cup has our Coaches Award.
And now the softball team, led by Coach Dan Letellier, heading into the start of the championships tomorrow. The Nor'easters have a record of 25-13. That's the highest win total since 2012. This program has now won 20 or more games for 9 years in a row, and will be seeking their second conference championship in the last 5 years. Coach Letellier.
All right, Kelly Murphy, please come down. I'll let her get up here so we can see all the shades of red on her face. Our Coach Award, goes to a great leader, not only on and off the field. She is usually the first player at practice, and definitely the last one to leave, as she's always taking extra ground balls after every practice. Her strong work ethic and discipline to perfection has already rubbed off on the 12 freshmen that are on the team. This past spring, for never missing a game, even after taking a ground ball in her right eye, at the end of practice, she says, they all call over, we look at her, she's got blood coming down her face, and she goes, Coach, it was the last ball I fielded. I was like, I hope it was the last ball you fielded. She's just one tough kid. She played the next game. Her career, not yet finished, was, I believe, highlighted by the game-ending 2-run double that she hit against Endicott in the bottom of the 7th inning. In the past 4 seasons here with Kelly, has totaled a .336 batting average with 123 hits and 79 RBIs. But it's her leadership, both on and off the field and in the community, that gives Kelly Murphy the 2016 Coaches Award.
The next part of our program is new to this event. We'll recognize the top students in the areas of athletic training, strength and conditioning, and intramural sports as well. This time I'd like to introduce athletic trainers Brian Razak and Jasmine Honey to present the athletic training students of the year.
Before we get on with the award, we had 7 seniors work with us this past year that did try their board certification exam, and these passed. Athletic trainers to be Frank Bean, Marissa Clifford Biederman, Lauren Huck, Christine Popelka, Kaylee Pobasic, CJ Valley, and Nick Wooder. Thank you.
Their dedication to the program and the teams they work with is unwavering, and their passion for the profession is astounding. We're thankful to have had the opportunity to work with them, and we are very excited to see where their careers take them in the future. Congratulations to Melissa Clifford Biederman and Nathan Oakes.
today to present the first ever Team Strength and Conditioning Award. I was asked to come up initially with individuals, and when you sit and think about all of you sitting in front of us, everything that we try to do in the weight room is team specific. You push yourself individually for the betterment of your team. So that's why I chose to go with the team award instead of individuals. But first, I'd like to acknowledge all of our teams for their hard work and dedication throughout the year. You guys are truly amazing, and you did not make this award easy to pick. But I would like you all to stand and join me in a round of applause for our coaches, administrators, professors that are here, and athletic trainers that help you guys do everything you do every day. They definitely deserve it. So the best part of being your strength coach is that I get to be everyone's coach. I get to be a part of your successes, and when things don't go the way you want, I get to be part of helping brainstorm ways that we can help you bounce back. I get to partner with an incredible staff of athletic trainers that help get you guys back on the court, the ice, and the field, and it's a joy every day, so thank you. This award will be given to the men's and women's team that most exemplified greatness, resilience, integrity, and tenacity, or better known as what I call Nor'easter grit. The two teams honored today leave a weight of competitive, positive, and infectious energy behind them. They approach their work with a ferocity and intentionality that clearly shows in their performance on the turf and the court. They're willing to give the best of themselves individually for the betterment of their teams, and they demonstrate a pride and respect for their programs and the university, as well as a quality of work that always impresses me. This women's team routinely requests the least glamorous work in the weight room because they understand that improving their weaknesses is the only route to dominating nationally. Thank you for fueling the weight room with your heart and a driving desire. This men's team underwent a significant change in the team culture this year. Their captains demonstrated incredible leadership, especially in the adamant inclusion of strength and conditioning in the team's psyche, and that's clearly had an impact on yesterday's performance. Thank you for leaving everything better than you found it and sharing me and teaching me about the brotherhood. I can't wait to see what you all accomplish in the future. With the captains of women's basketball and men's lacrosse, please join me.
Now for the award for Intramural Sports, Senior Woman Administrator Joan Howard. Come on.
Good afternoon. Our coordinator for Intramurals is on the road with our women's rugby team at a national tournament, so she asked me to fill in, to give out the first Intramural Employee of the Year award. This award is going to a deserving junior who has been involved in the intramurals for the past 3 years. His leadership, organizational, and communication skills, his sports officiating knowledge, and experience and ability to work in a team environment have strengthened this program. His enthusiasm, dedication, character, commitment, and work ethic have positively impacted other student employees and our program as a whole. As well as working diligently in the intramural office, he currently holds 2 other leadership positions here. He's the head building manager of the Alfond Forum and a captain of our club baseball team. Please help me in congratulating Skylar Vanderel.
Before we honor the major award winners for this past year, we'd like to take a moment to recognize the large number of student athletes who have distinguished themselves in the classroom. Listed in today's program are honorees for Chi Alpha Sigma and the UNE All-Academic Team. Chi Alpha Sigma is a National Student Athlete Honor Society and recognizes juniors and seniors with cumulative grade point averages of 3.4 or higher. That would be all 4 years of mine added together. Does that mean I didn't make it?
The UNE All-Academic team includes nearly 150 sophomores, juniors, and seniors that all have a GPA of 3.3 or better. Thus, all members of Chi Alpha Sigma and UNE All-Academic team will please stand and be recognized. Now for the presentation of the department's major awards for the 2015-16 year. Nominations were made by the head coaches, and the voting was done by the entire athletic department staff. The first major award we'll present this afternoon is for Female Rookie of the Year. This year's winner played a pivotal role in the field hockey team, winning its second straight conference championship. As a defensive player, she scored 6 goals, including going a perfect 4 for 4 on penalty stroke conversions. A starter in all 24 games, she was voted Conference Rookie of the Year, First Team All-Conference, Second Team All-Region, and was also a 4-time Conference Rookie of the Week selection. That's it. This year's UNE Female Rookie of the Year is Kiersey Boulay. The Male Rookie of the Year contributed significantly to the success of the men's ice hockey team. As a first-year player, he led the team with 13 goals and tied for the team lead in points with 29. He had several big games during the regular season, including a hat trick versus UMass Dartmouth, and 2 goals, 2 assists late in the season against Castleton. This player was chosen NEHC Rookie of the Week on November 30th, the UNE Male Rookie of the Year, Brady Florent. The Female Athlete of the Year, a key player in the middle for the women's basketball team. A starter in all 29 games, she led the team in points per game at 14.8, blocked shots with 58, and finished second on the team in rebounding at 5.5 per game. She shot nearly 50% from the floor, on her way to being named First Team All-Conference, First Team All-State, First Team All-New England, and 4th Team All-Region. The Female Athlete of the Year is Alicia Brown. The Male Athlete of the Year had one of the most historic seasons in school history that any golfer has ever had. A stroke average of 75.6, that is second best in the history of the program. 9 of his 11 rounds were under 80, with 5 of those at 75 or lower. The medalist at the UMF Invitational with a 71. He also had top 5 finishes at 4 other events and was 7th out of 110 golfers at the New England Intercollegiate Championship. A 2-time UNE Athlete of the Month. This year's Male Athlete of the Year is Paul Butkovich. Jack McDonald's going to come back up and say something before I turn over the microphone, which I don't really like to do. I mentioned earlier about this university and the direction it's headed, certainly athletically. It's something you should take a lot of pride in, and it's not something to be taken lightly. You represent yourselves, you represent the university, you represent the schools that you came from and the school you're at now. And you guys do it very well. And in this world where athletes are under the microscope, you guys have done a nice job with that responsibility and the burden that you have as being athletes and being recognized in your community. So congratulations to all of you, and thank you very much for having me.
Let's give Lee one more big round of applause. Wow, what a night, what a year. Thank you all, and I just wanted, just before you all, I know your stomachs are talking to you, but there's plenty of food behind the curtain right after we're done. But first I want to say particularly thanks to everybody here for all you did. Just an incredible year. I particularly want to thanks to like you, I have coaches, and President Ripich and John Tamil. John and President Ripich, thank you for all you've done for not only me and the staff, but for what it's all about. These folks here, our student athletes. Let's give President Ripich and John a round of applause. You know, I was thinking about what am I going to talk about today, and all of us in athletics, the easiest place to go is the scoreboard or the schedule page. Well, I went through this morning and just sort of compiled a quick little one-loss record of all of our sports, and we were a phenomenal 182 wins and only 70 losses, which is a 72% winning percentage. So, thanks for that. And again, you know, in sports, it's by the numbers. You know, 14 of our teams advanced to the playoffs, which is a great thrill, postseason. 11 of our teams at the moment have advanced to the Final Four of their league, which is tremendous. 3 of our teams won championships, and rugby is a fourth. They're not quite varsity, they'll be varsity next year. 3 of our teams went to the NCAA tournament. So that's just phenomenal. But in addition to that, your grade point average and what you do in the classroom is probably even a better record than anything else. You do it the right way, and I can't tell you how grateful everybody in the university is for what our athletics teams and coaches and students, you all get it. You know what education is, you know what athletics is. And I think also, I think the thing that's probably the most satisfying, and you're going to see the video during the buffet dinner, your Northeastern neighbors. I put it together a little slideshow this morning. You all know I like pictures, and I also like music, but I put together a little slideshow this morning showing all of the things, or most all of the things, that you did for our children, our seniors, our campus, and for many of the fundraising that we had for some of the major diseases that our families and friends fight. So I cannot thank you enough, and it sort of put a huge lump in my throat. I was watching all those pictures of what you do for families and children, and you are true Northeastern neighbors. I know I've said it before, so I'm sorry I repeat myself, but you know, in sports, there's somebody wins and somebody loses. In community service, everybody wins. So I cannot thank you enough. It was really outstanding. One more announcement that we'd like to quickly make. We have a member of us that's retiring. Jerry, you want to stand up for a second? We just want to give you a big Northeastern thank you. And I don't know how many years it was. I don't have a plaque, but I do have Tristan and Riley going to take some pictures. But let's give Jerry one more round of applause for 40 years. Thank you, Jerry. So, one more quick announcement for those of you that are all looking so great in your business casual today. Both Molly and Tristan will be here. If you'd like to have a team picture up here on the stage before you go to eat, they'll stay for a little bit and take a team photo because you all look awesome. So anyway, thank you, Northeasters, for a great year, and good luck for lacrosse and softball this week.
I came to UNE for the marine biology program and the location. I grew up on the ocean, boating and fishing and scuba diving, and now I just really feel like I'm tied to the coast. I love the ocean because it feels so unexplored. I dive a lot with the scuba club, and in class we're on the water every week. My career goals are to lead hands-on research, discovering new things like sustainable fishing methods. And UNE is giving me the experience to do that.